here at the nest. We got the beautiful chickie poo. He's up on the railing. And I'm guessing the other one is down. Let's have a look. Do a quick scan from they were in the hidey hole this morning early according to Keys. And one was over toward the Fledge ledge, on the Fledge ledge, earlier, about an hour ago. And I'm guessing the other one is down in the nest, and this one is up on the railing. Hello, kid. So we are live here. We got a beautiful chick. We're gonna hang out here for a bit. We got a gorgeous blue sky here. Got the crane all lit up. Got our nest. There's tree cutting happening up the road. The tree trimming, I should say. And we got our beautiful little chick here on the railing. So today is the first official day of Hi.
Is that crane behind the nest?
Yeah.
How it doesn't look like that in the video.
Oh, really?
Jeez.
Oh, yeah. No, it's behind there. It's about
Hey,
six.
Getting to tell you, we need to remember to take those hawk signs over there.
Oh, yeah.
Get them up.
Yeah, that's true.
About it, like every day the last 5 days.
I see. Yeah, we should definitely do that.
Okay. All right, bye.
All right, bye. Hello, Anne Marie. How are you? I know you're a busy lady over there up in Syracuse. You got your handful, a full platter of young chicks out there. Hello, Fraser baby. You're shopping and can't watch. Okay. Yep. So we got the, looks like this is probably OR1, I'm guessing. Up here on the railing. Fairly quiet. There's an occasional thumping and banging here, but not much. There's more. It's more annoying the tree cutting that's happening up the road by Atkinson. They're doing some tree trimming up there. Hopefully that's all they're doing. We don't know. We'll see what's left. And yes, Cindy was just saying that the crane looks like it's actually in front of the, but it's not. It's behind the nest. You can see it's all lit up in the sunshine. You're welcome. Good morning, Yuri. I know that this is an unusual time, but today is a day off. Hi, Danny. At least here at Cornell, for the office staff type people. Hello and goodbye, Fraser baby. Enjoy your shopping. And thanks for a wonderful visit up here this week. Morning, Kathy. Morning, Niren. And push it out. Put it back. Okay. I think we're close. The feathers look pretty crispy. Hello, Maka. Good morning. Yes. This is definitely goober kids. All right. Well, we have beautiful breeze here from the southwest. Feels like coming across from the construction area here onto the lawn, and I'm here in the shade, which is nice. Got stool. Got the Osprey Go bag. So actually, I would like to really, truly have this thing pulled vertical. There we go. All Alright, so I'm not seeing Mom or Dad on the building or on the crane this morning. Perky's Big Red brought in 2 sticks from across the lawn, across from the north here, across the road. And she touched base on WTT1, and the kids had been in the hidey hole, which is good because if they fledge from there, because there is a fledge ledge there, I'll show you. Then that's the hidey hole fledge ledge, and that's the traditional fledge ledge. Then we stand a chance of them at least initially coming across the road. Pretty certain they're going to wind up in the construction area because half the time when they so cute half the time when they fly back to the nest, they kind of like miss. And in the past, they would circle around and maybe come back over into one of the trees here by the parking lot. Maybe not make it all the way back across the street. We'll see what happens. And that's one of the reasons why we asked for the east tower to be retained also, so that when the kids fly back, lots of times they miss the nest tower itself and they'll land on the east tower. So a bigger target for them to aim for. This is actually quite nice out here right now. 73, and we're getting the sun is overcast a little bit to the east. It's the Cascadilla tree care guys are working on the tree down there. I'm afraid, I don't know, I'm afraid they're going to take that thing down. We'll see. Down there by Atkinson. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a nice Thursday morning. We had a lot of rain last night. Alright, so you can see we got, zoom out of here. You can see we have a full wheel. It's hard to tell, but okay. So that is number 8. That's a half truss. It's number 7. It's a full truss, meaning it goes all the way across. And that's number 8. And you can see the support towers. So they have, that's the support tower for number 9. And that's the support tower for number 10. So we got nothing on those guys, and number 8 is on that tower there. And these guys are tying together some cross members. So they've got support towers for number 10, and I think that's probably going to go 12 or 13. And then I'm guessing it's going to be 12. Well, we'll see. Anyway, they're making some serious progress on the building. And they've got roof sheathing all the way along from the east end to basically right across from the nest tower. So if the chicks, like they were saying, if the chicks want to land on the roof, then, you know, knock themselves out. They can spend the whole day there if they want. And of course, if they land on any of the part that's unroofed, that's essentially fine too, because it's pretty slow moving up there. I don't see anybody putting sheathing. They're mostly working on, it's actually pretty quiet here. They're getting ready to do probably, they got some cross pieces to do between the trusses, because I'm not seeing a lot of shadowing on the trusses from the cross pieces. You know, they go to hold the roof, to stabilize the roof and stuff like that. They got the cross pieces on the walls up to number 8, but they don't have the cross pieces between 5 and 6 and 6 and 7. So they'll be doing that kind of stuff quite a bit, and then they'll put the sheathing on. So I'm just thinking about all the places where these chicks might wind up landing. They got some cabling, not too much, a little bit of cabling there on number 8. And they got the diagonals. They have to drop the diagonals in between 7 and 8. I'll show you. So here are the diagonal pieces. That's okay. Can't zoom out. Can't digital zoom out. So you see those cross pieces there, like that. They have these horizontal ones on the walls, and then they have these diagonals that they kind of like drop in from above. So this is between truss 7 and half truss 8. So they have the verticals and the horizontals, but they don't have the diagonals. So they have to drop those in as well. And you can see there's no shadowing on the trusses from the roof cross members and stuff like that. So they are got quite a bit of work to do. Doesn't look like a full crew today. A lot of the lift trucks are not lifting, you know what I mean? So I think we're shooting for next summer. I think somebody asked that question. Good morning, Charlotte. Yes, got a little bit of branching there up onto the railing. Very good, Charlotte. I thought somebody asked a question. Oh yes, so Niren was asking, I think it's next summer. Next summer, it's like right down there. At the end of the chat. There we go. Very pretty kid. And it's actually kind of a, not a full white chin, but it's also not as. So this would be number 1 because the tail is beautiful. I think, or 2/3. It's got a muddy tail. Oh no, they grew up here. They don't know anything different, right? This is this is like normal for them to have a big red crane and stuff. So I'm sure, oh, I just saw a wing flap in the nest. Or 23. Just did a little bit of a wing stretch. Oh, well, it is a counterweight of sorts, but it's not the main counterweight. That's funny, Danny. Well, the crane is actually a bit further away. It's just so massive. It's about 50 feet away. So it doesn't, it looks, yeah, I mean, it's close, but it's a little bit further away than you think. If I do a rack focusing on it, you can see a little one. So I'll show you the the counterweight thing that you were thinking about is over here. So that is a counterweight of sorts. It's also, they can actually use that to lift stuff as well if they need to. And it's got its own spool system up there. But the actual counterweights are, for the actual crane, are down here. See those massive steel bricks? So there's counterweights like that on both sides. Can't zoom out anymore. Okay. And there's another counterweight over there on the other side. And then you can barely see it right next to the sidewalk thing. See that like silver half circle there? That's all we can see from this angle of sort of this gear chain, like a bicycle chain system. And that actually slides that those big blocks of steel back and forth horizontally, closer and further away from the sort of the physical center of the crane itself, the base of the crane. And so it does it pretty dynamically, in my understanding. And so it's like there's a motor that's powering that. It's probably hydraulics, of course, that's driving that chain, and that chain can slide those weights probably about 15 feet, looks like, along this railing, this big beam on either side. So depending on the amount of weight and how far the arm is reaching out and all that kind of stuff, this thing can automatically just dynamically sort of variably adjust the position of those blocks so that the crane doesn't tip over and stuff, right? It's kind of like the idea there. So I'm going to scoot back a little bit. So I'm trying to get a little bit of sun. So that's not some. This thing is not so much a counterweight as this just got ballast on it, so that when it's going down, it doesn't swing in the wind, if you know what I mean. But that could be kind of dangerous for the guys down below. But I haven't seen them use that one yet. We're basically seeing them use this big thing here, which goes all the way up there. And so those wheels are there to actually support the crane when they tip it down at the end of the day. And they put it into stow it mode. So we have a little buckle here where they can attach. So it's like a fishing line, right? Where you got the end of your line, and you attach your lure onto the end, and then they got a couple of flippy tippies. So those things are strong enough to hold a half truss, at least. And then you got all this kind of stuff here at the bottom. So you're clipping those things onto the cables that they attach to the material that they want to hoist. They always have some kind of metal. It's like a coat hang picture frame wire. Imagine that you have a big piece of steel and you either have rigid lift points on there, or you have like a cable that you attach those clips to, and then you go ahead and pull that stuff off. And we got a little kid that's got a lot of wind here, so I was asking Keys earlier if we had wind at the nest when the chick was on the Fledge ledge when we were down at the lake, and he said no, but now we have quite a bit of, I'll show you the wind here, quite a bit of wind from south. So definitely not going to blow the kid into the construction area. All right, hang on. Yowzer.
Can you step away from the scope for a second?
Huh? Okay. Well, it looks like we flipped out here. No pun intended. All right, we're back to our little one. Oh, come on. What's going on here? Don't be doing this silliness on me. Alright, so let's see what we got going. There's been a lot of chat happening. Alright, so no storm. That was, well, we've had lots of storms. Uri. I watched some plays. Yeah, no, so this is different. This is not a tower crane. This is a sort of a more traditional crane. It is, Jackie. It's a bunch of weight there. Yeah, I think this is the first or second year that we've had June 13th, Juneteenth holiday. I mean, you know, this is why we had a phone conversation, a really good meeting with the Zoom meeting with the guys, the construction guys here. I mean, they brought up some great points of their concerns and stuff like that. Asked questions about the behavior, mom and dad, and the chicks and stuff like that, and kind of photographs of what the chicks would look like by the time they fledge and the whole 9 yards. So a lot of wind. If this wind blows this chick off, he's coming my way. I'm gonna wind up here in the C3 night tree. It's kind of like this one right here. The chick's there. The wind's blowing right in our face this way from the southwest. It's picked up a lot. We've had chicks get, when there's a crosswind like this, the eaves, oh come on, stop. The eaves kind of got blowed by a crosswind. A lot of nice peachiness in this young chick. You know, that chin looks pretty darn nice to me. It looks pretty clear. We got beautiful, beautifully marked tail. So this is OR1. The other chick has a smudgy tail. Like somebody did a watercolor and smeared it around. Got impatient. Yeah, so guaranteed these kids are going to wind up in the construction site. 100%. There you go. That's a better in focus? Sorry about that. The beak is in focus now. So we got some plumage to do there. What is going on? The wind is blowing so much it's knocking it out of focus. They chirped. So we didn't have a ton of wind last night, but we had a lot of rain, and there was flash flooding, or at least flash flood warnings in Steuben County and I think west. So Watkins and Montour Falls and Hammondsport and stuff like that were under flash flood warning, and I think they had flash flooding there. And then the rain came our way and soaked us for about an hour. A lot of puddles around, especially down by the lake and stuff this morning. Big puddles everywhere. I guess they're pretty saturated. Lightning came through also. Hello, are you going to turn around and show us your beautifulness? Hello. Oh my gosh, you're so handsome. Such a beauty. There we go. Some nice light on you. And I think your sib is still down in the nest. I guess I'd have to check. Let me have a look on the big cam. I haven't seen mom or dad this morning here on the stream. Keys had VR bring 2 big sticks into the nest and whack the kids earlier today. Alright, I'm checking the big cam here. So what do we got going here? Yep, got a loaf of bread down below in the nest. And this kiddo up here. Hanging on. Got here up to the railing for whatever it's worth. The view from the fixed cam captured it beautifully. That's great. Slowed down the speed and went frame by frame. Excellent, Charlotte. You're an OSINT now. You're an open source intelligence analyst. 2 jumps before actually lifting off. And so as Keys says, this is Mount Sycamore, the nest. It's so tall. It's like a volcano. So yeah, I mean, it's good that she's able to get up here onto the... That's quite a feat to get up onto the railing, and that nest is so high up compared to the light boxes that's another concern. That's going to be easy for them to get up there, and then we've had kids skid off of there, off the backside, and fly around to the right and head toward Bradfield across the road and stuff. So it's another possibility. I'm thinking though, if they skid off the light boxes, they're just going to wind up going on the building. Or not. We'll see. I mean, they have seen Mom and Dad on the crane, so if that happens, then I'll give the construction folks a quick call and let them know. Look at that, that terminal band. Oh my goodness. We haven't had that much white in a long time. Although beautiful. So like I said, they pointed out to me that there was going to be some cabling there to support the trusses as they're putting always on the last set of cable trusses. So we discussed their visibility and so forth. There's not many. There's only those that I'm showing you now. So it's not like they are woven throughout the building, you know what I mean, and crisscrossing the open space. That's not the case. Well, I don't see Mom. Like I said, she was here earlier per keys. And the chalking that Fraser and Baby and I did over on the sidewalk got washed away last night. So hopefully the kids paid attention to it and they know which way to go. Following the arrows we chalked on the sidewalk. Thanks, Chirps. We had a good time doing that. Cindy has put in a plethora of bars here for me. I'm going to have a zing bar. Good, I'm glad you saw it, Yuri. So Good morning, Birdie. So I hope all the next cam mods are okay, and that it's just that they couldn't fit this chat into the schedules this year. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Alright, the wind's really whipping here. It's moving around a little bit. So this building's not going to be all that complicated on the inside. John, they basically described it as a big pole barn. It's not going to be a barnuminium, but I don't know. I mentioned ductwork, and I'm not sure it's going to have ductwork in it either. I mean, it may just be maximum usage of the footprint. Well, today we could have a Fledge. So we got a chick on the railing and we got a lot of wind blowing. If that chick decides to open its wings, then we can have a little hawk kite flying our way. That new bar is very good. Okay, so I'm not sure if we have thunderstorms on the schedule for today. Let me check. The pixel weather hourly. We don't have rain, 20% chance of rain starting at 7 p.m. Other than that, it is bodacious, sun and clouds with 5 to 15% chance of something, I guess, rain. So today we 78 degrees right now, so it feels like 81. I don't know, it feels pretty darn nice here. So 81, and tomorrow high 75, 83, so then 80s, and then Monday, starting Monday, we have Monday and Tuesday in the low 90s. Oh my goodness, here we go. Here we go. Get ready. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. You hung on there, kid. That's all they want to do is they just want to fly. It's like a wind tunnel test for them. It's like, oh man, this is so cool. Oh my goodness, look at that. Yep, fold those wings up. Notice how he has his head down, or she has her head down when she's got her wings up like that. Trying to manage the airflow. I'm trying to remember last time I had a chick flapping away on the railing in the wind like this. You don't turn around. What are you doing? I've got a Wegmans bag I can catch you in if you come flying this way. Alright. Yeah, just waiting for her to like lose purchase or try to turn around, in which case all bets are off. Right now when she's facing into the wind, she can manage the slipstream over her wings and her body. She turns around and not so much. I don't see mom or dad around. Guess I have to check it. Alright, I'm gonna hang on. Let's see here. They might be on the track tires. I'm not sure. I can't see them. Don't think so though, but doesn't matter. Okay, so she's right above the hidey hole here. Go. You know, once you get out here, you're gonna really, that wind's gonna catch you and you're gonna go ripping. So you better be careful. I mean, if she does go, she's gonna come our way across the road, which is good. adjust things a little bit. Get it rolled up. Alright, so we're live here at the nest. Juneteenth. Charlotte, I understand it never is. Let's do a quick scan of the nest platform down. Well, no, I'm not going to go anywhere. I can see, you guys can see as well as I can on the big cam what's happening there. So we're going to focus on this one here. Yeah, it's kind of cute. So can you, Keith would like you to readjust that fixed cam a little bit for us, 01. Maybe point it a little bit out toward the street, just a hair. Elizabeth is on her way to Sweden later today. She's in Toronto, and she's just basically saying to tell 01 she can jump down to the sun if it gets too much. Alright, so we got all eyes on you here, 01. Guessing that if you Fledge, she's going to be winging across the Atlantic. Oh, she said she meant sib. Jump down to your sib. All right, so a quick look here. We'll find the guys are working. So that's the guys that are going to start working on, I don't know if they're going to be working on the roof cross pieces, potentially, or if they're going to come over here and drop in the diagonals. Alright, so back up to a little hawk view. O2's on the move again, huh? Uh-oh. There's O2. Looking out at the back of the nest for the construction. You have to keep an eye on that one. There's O1, there's O2. And you guys can see O2. Yeah, you should be able to see O1, right? I think, yes. I think they have the PTZ can pick O1 up. You can hop down to your sib. Have you had enough adventure? Well, back out onto the railing. What a beautiful hawklet. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Use my hat here. Push focus some more. Oh. Well, there wasn't much to see before because O2 was down in the nest. Yeah, O2's looking up at his sister, we'll say. I hate it when the pole's not straight, sorry. Alright, so the crane is spinning out away from us. Quick look there. So the crane was more over this way. Remember the lifting part of it? Grapples and stuff were over there, and now it has rotated so that it's more over where the center line of the building is lengthwise. So they might be getting ready to either pull up a diagonal piece to drop in between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Between 7 and 8, or maybe possibly pull up the south portion of truss 8. I'm guessing that they're probably going to stiffen it up with the diagonals first. freebies are locked up in the Nest Cam chat room. Well, I imagine that the Nest Cam has a spectacular view of them, considering that it's like 5 feet away from them. Oh, Elizabeth, you're on chat. That's nice. How long until your flight leaves for Sweden? Are you taking the rest of us with you? Are you Swedish, or is it your friend just Swedish? I forget. Here we go. Got some light on him again. So they've been dropping iron here for 2 months now. We'll see if that crane starts to lift something here in a bit. So like I said, I have not seen Mom or Dad. I'm going to step away and I'm going to check the track towers. Just a second, I'll be right back. Yeah, so I'm not seeing anybody. These at 5:10. She is. Though Americans who have stuck ready and can check out. Plates are just hanging. There you go. Excellent. Elizabeth, you are quite the traveler, I have to say. You drive all the way out to Colorado by yourself, and Barry drives here from Ohio. Now you're flying off to Sweden, just winging out there, winging away as though it's nothing, like you're going to Wegmans or something. I think I'll just go to Sweden to see my friend. Elizabeth, you're footloose and fancy free. Alright, well, let's have a look on the big cam. The wind has died down quite a bit. Oh, it's a nice view. Nice view of the kids there. See how beautiful a day it is there on the big cam. So he's doing a little bit of work on truss number 7. Yeah, look at he's doing a little bit of something there. Oh, welding, I guess. Cleaning off the welds. There we go. Yeah, guys. You can see they're all harnessed in and stuff like that. And we got guys down below. Another welder. Our other welder, our first welder. We got wind. So I don't think they're going to have like locker rooms in this building. I think it's basically maximum footprint for activities, and I believe you'll probably be going off into the into Bartels and stuff like that for locker room activity. I could be wrong, but I think they're trying to maximize sporting activity space as opposed to locker room administrative / whatever storage space. I've only really seen the. I guess I've seen the. I may have seen the actual diagrams for the building. I'll have to go back and look to see if it has any interior floor plan. If it's just the footprint. Alright, I'm waiting for that crane to. It's a big crane. He's waiting to do something. He wants to lift things. I guess in 4-2 is back. See, that counterweight was, that ballast was over on this side earlier, and now it's over here on this side. Right, well, let's go up to this kid again. So funny, these phones. I kind of wanted to like not try to do any autofocusing for it. Just let you just be dumb and let me rack focus. It's hard to tell if it is in focus. So much movement there. Front focusing, my back focusing, what's going on? Alright, I'm gonna get my stool out and sit. Yeah, they're looking pretty nice. Gorgeous. There's Bradfield in all its glory. You can see where it kind of like zoomed in. And the reason we're doing that is to trick, the auto lens flipper. There's our crane. You can see it's got its back to us mostly now, as opposed to the side. Silly thing, you. Zoom in, put my finger on there, hold it a bit. No, come on. Don't do this stuff. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna stay here a little bit longer, and then we will periodically check back to see how things are going here. I guess while this kid's up on the rail, I'm tempted to stay put. Yeah, this one's got nice clear band strips. The other one, I guess, my understanding is that it's like Mr. Smudgy Tail. 023. Hello, Margaret. Tink, it's great to have you here. Sure.
The birds tolerate all this commotion?
Yep. They don't seem to care. So you can come here have a look.
It does not scare them?
So that's the young one.
Oh.
There's two young ones in the nest, and they have not fledged yet. But no, I mean, the construction started, the site preparation, all that sort of stuff started before the nest was inhabited again.
Okay.
In March.
Okay.
So they inhabited the nest in March, but the construction's been going on since the fall.
So did you have to argue so that they leave this?
Yes.
You had to argue actually?
Well, we didn't have to argue. We
But-
had a conversation, and they agreed to keep these two nest towers, and they took the other ones down.
But for good, right? Or
Yeah, this is going to stay.
good.
Yeah, as long as the hawks are.
Otherwise we do an intervention here.
Yeah, as long as the hawks are going to be using the nest, the towers will stay.
What actually scares the bird? What would make them flee? The predator, like a
Yeah, I mean, I think if there were aggressive predation and stuff like that, then they might decide to.
but not this?
No, they don't seem to care. I
Man.
mean, Mom and Dad have been up on the crane
Oh my god.
and all this sort of stuff, and so yeah, I mean, they've been there the whole time that this
Unbelievable.
construction has been going on. They were building their nest while they were starting to do work on the site.
So and the crane guy, he will not hit it. He's
That's
aware?
correct. It looks very close, but it's not. It's about 60 feet away.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine.
I hadn't been. We had talked before.
Yeah.
I haven't walked here
Yeah.
in 2 years because we have a new dog who was sick, and so
Yeah.
I didn't have time.
Yeah.
So, but I was in shock when I came back and I saw this monster or whatever.
Yeah.
I kept looking up. I thought, please God, they didn't do this, right? And then I saw something move.
Yeah. No, they're up there, and they've been happy as campers
Unbelievable.
building their nest and going out. And as far as the young ones go, they don't know anything other than
Yeah,
this.
right.
You know what I mean? And this is not the first crane that parents have had to deal with. They've had massive cranes here when they did the elevators and the ventilators.
Isn't this kind of like their?
This is the closest crane they've ever
Yeah,
had.
but here, don't they start sort of like practicing their flight skills?
We hope that they'll come this way.
Yeah.
And so today is the first day of Fledge Watch, right? So, so like they're saying on chat, for example, 47 days is the average to first fledge, right? So that's today's day 47. The wind is blowing from the south, and mom has been doing some landing, in the trees or in this area, or bringing sticks and greenery and stuff, which is her traditional way of saying, go to a tree.
Oh wow.
So we'll see. I mean, if that chick gets blown off the nest, it'll get blown off this way.
And you find it.
Yeah, we'll find it. It'll wind up on the ground or in a tree or whatever.
Okay. Oh my God. Thank you so much for talking.
Yeah, sure. Yes, it's been a couple of years since she's been here. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, they may have locker rooms, but they're not gonna. It's not gonna be complicated. I don't believe on the inside. All right, come on. Why don't you get your butt down in the nest and take a nap? Come on. Enough tomfoolery. There we go. All right, I'm gonna check out, see what this looks like on my phone. It looks a little dull. All right, well, I'm gonna sit down because I can watch the YouTube and the chat on my phone. Yeah, I think that primarily they've been the beautiful postings from Keys this year. Ian, Baby Nurse, and Jen have done a really, really, really nice job of cam op. Keys done a spectacular job of keeping X updated. Beautiful posting there. So I hope you guys have been enjoying that. I don't know why there isn't chat. I don't know anything about the prey listing and so forth. So, but to me, the X postings basically tell the whole story, aside from you watching the stream. Okay, well, the crane has swung way back over again. I'm not sure. I guess he's swinging over to let one of the lift trucks go by. So I think he may swing back over toward the center of the building again in a moment. We'll see. You may have noticed that that crane makes almost no sound whatsoever. The machinery that you're hearing and stuff like that is the actual lift trucks inside the footprint of the building. But the crane itself is absolutely whisper quiet. So it's fascinating to me. It just dawned on me that the guys that are welding up in the lift trucks, there's no cabling or anything like that running down that I can see to any kind of like a generator or something down below. So it seems like they have like a self-contained, well, maybe it's all acetylene or something, I don't know, and not arc welding. So they could be welding with gas, I guess. Trying to get this kid. They have such soft feathers. Thanks, Charlotte. Have a good session there. Cute little chin you got there, kid. Thanks for sharing the timestamp, Charlotte. I think we've got these kids covered with everybody's eyeballs on them. Stay put there. It's the wind. I show you the wind again. A lot of wind. The wind he is. Just use that period key and that comma key. Go frame by frame. The J and the K gives you, no, J and the L give you 10 seconds forward, 10 seconds back. K stops it, and the period and the comma key moving backwards and forward. One frame at a time. Pretty little kids, got a big nose. They always have big noses at this stage. Okay. 15-minute warning, young one. So if this one fledges today and the wind keeps up, it's going to be not likely that he's going to make it back to the nest. Okay. What are we doing? Hey there, Calliope. How's life in the Big T? Wow. You got your hands full there, Calliope. That's great. You guys can hear the wind here, but well, we've got 01 here. Yep, she flew up there this morning when there was no wind, and now she's been sitting here for almost 2 hours. And the wind kicked up after we got here. And it's ripping right along. is arc welding. Hang on. Interesting. So he's got his unit there, but I don't think there's any cables running down. Interesting. Come on. He just sat down and he has to flip out on me. What the heck? Stop doing that. Down below. She is heading to Sweden, Calliope. She's there near Fair City waiting for the airplane. I believe at 5:10 p.m. All right, kids, I think I'm going to wrap up here. And go do some other stuff. This one seems to know how to hang out on the ledge. It's got the angle iron there. We did. Crazy Baby and I had some good times. Thanks for joining. We got a adventurous little 01 here. It seems to know how to hang on to things pretty well. This wind is gonna, I guess, looking at the clouds and stuff, it's gonna probably keep blowing today. So if here she goes, we'll come over and give a good look around to find them. My guess is that if they go, they're gonna go this way across the road, which is good news. It's a great way, best way to start off. All right, thank you, and we'll see you soon.